voices, I hope. Because I do like to hear the voice acting in this game. Please! Voice acting, please! Give me the voice acting, please!
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Thank you for the voice acting. My 3 boys.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
My handsome boys.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavner, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body, as were we?
As were we?
They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think.
Ryuji, are you like... Why are you staying at a part where your feet get water everywhere? Anyway, serious.
Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Well said.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Oh, tabarnak! The fuck, man? Why was he there?
What is it? What did you see?
Fucking Van Daniel. That's what I saw.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last.
This is worrisome. The fuck, Van Daniel?
Look, we have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments. We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, Your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Okay, are you saying...
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
That is true, but I wonder if like that talisman would work at the first if we were like being like corrupted by the Sin Eaters with their lights.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
Wait, you want to go too?
Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Like, come on. Oh, you need to ask? I wouldn't say that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Yes, you guys are very kind.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
Yeah, I'm worried too.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example. But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us. Or
That's
you.
true.
Be on your guard.
Okay, I thought we were all going there, like the four of us with her, but it's smart that we need to leave some people behind to protect the place.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore.
Oh, did I skip? Sorry about that. I didn't pay attention. I thought she was done. I'm worried. Yeah.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
I'm so worried.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Yeah, you look like it might shatter soon. It doesn't look very efficient. At least for now, but...
A few more steps.
Why am I so far away?
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
For her, it's like praise be to the sisters, and we say by the 12s, praise to the 12 or something like that.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
We don't know if like it's gonna actually work inside though. It might be stronger inside. Ah! I knew it. Something will happen. God, the animation. The animation of those chains. Whoa. We're here. The people that got fuck, I forgot the word. Kidnapped. That's what I wanted. A Fandaniel, you piece of shit. Let her go.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. No! 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 God, this is so creepy. Mais sacrément!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid.
She was so kind too.
The similarities are striking.
Similarities?
My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Hey, le Chris!
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Fandaniel, the sundered Ascian.
The sundered.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Fandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
So the different voice that we heard earlier, is that from that other Fandaniel that you're talking about? What's going on? Ah! Fuck!
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
So you don't remember it?
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes? Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
At your service.
Quoi?
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met. Day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace.
Is that the same voice actor?
Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, come on. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Armon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that
I'm
the Emperor
insulted.
stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you.
You know as well as I, the Emperor's.
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
See, my eyes are watery. Ugh.
Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Il est parti de Chris.
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Piece of shit.
We shall meet again! Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
This is so frustrating, man. Yeah, we can't do anything other than leave, because if we try to like take her out, she will die. But like we don't know how to. C'est fucking frustrant, sacrement. I'm sorry. Yeah, she is. We just need to find a way to save her and the others that are trapped in there. Yeah. But the fact that Fandaniel had one and just like toss the first one away, I'm scared like either him or someone else might take it and do something bad with it to like counter the ones that they're gonna produce. Such a tiny tail. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's how we're gonna go in it. That's how we're gonna get in Radz-at-Han. Radz-at-Han. Something like that. To who? Oh, okay. Kid. We need to be close to the kid. Now we're gonna hear him itself talking.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Radz-at-Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Is that actually true or just a myth?
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
Midday sun. Why?
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
Yeah, but why everything looks so gray though? I feel, is it because of the weather? I feel it would be much more sunny than this. Well, okay, there you go. The fuck?
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
It looks like it's mostly auras and hires. Well, humans, pretty much.
Here we are. Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, another aura. Okay.
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
It's true that I don't see a lot of aura characters that have like the skill beard thing.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radz-at-Han.
And by that I mean like for warriors of light, actual players.
Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Okay. Yeah. I wonder how he's gonna react to that.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
Seems like you have a lot of food. What happened for...
I think not.
Oh!
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. Something...
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
No. No.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past.
Is it a dragon?
Raise the curtain.
It's a dragon!
As you wish.
Is it gonna be the dragon, like, in the opening? Cinematic? Is it a dragon? Please. If it's big like that, it's
You
for
travel as assistants to the students.
It's gonna be a dragon for sure.
But you are known to me.
There we go.
Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
There we go. That's Vitra. Okay. And also, he speaks English. Well, our language. He doesn't like speak gibberish that we hear, like the dragon language. Whoa.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's Sorma's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radz-at-Han had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone.
And so because people took the land, they made a pact so that he can actually... Or like, he let them stay there for something in exchange?
In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair.
Okay.
Next to arrive with the Aura, adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect.
Okay.
And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
Shit, that's my race.
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict.
Okay.
A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radz-at-Han.
Oh, bah, Chris, okay. Okay.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Okay, just a sec. The way that the wings went like... That's so fucking cool. It's like, yeah, obviously have skills, but we can see how they also have feathers. That's...
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh! Oh! Why does he have...
Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radz-at-Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
Ah.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered, Estinian warm-blood.
There's some... Okay, what I don't understand though is that... Was the kid born as an aura normally and just like the eye got fused with him? Or is the eye take a form of a child aura? I'm a bit confused on that, but okay.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
Okay. Okay.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Radz-at-Han.
Okay. Oh, that's cool though, that the ruler is actually a dragon. Then, instead of just people.
With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Part.4 and Cartanau, I am told.
Okay, I spaced out a little bit. He said, thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Yes, most recently thou didn't cast down a false god of...
'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
Okay.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions.
Okay.
And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
Okay.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be helpful for sure, but...
I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
Okay, so we'll go back to Charlian and talk to the others about that.
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
Makes sense.
It seems a quick trip back to Charlian is in order.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my food is here. I'll be back. Hello, sick person. Oh, he's ready to go.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Ah! Whoops.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Radz-at-Han, I see no reason to refuse. Nor will I.
Okay. Good, good.
I am in thy debt.
In thy debt. Stinian, you're so fucking cool.